Analysis. U.S. reliability questioned overseas. ABC News. Now. Miriam Carey. Tropical Storm Karen. John Bodner. Leah Remini. Black Hawk down. World Euros trademark asbestos Armia. Good Morning America. World News. Nightline. 20/20. This week. Sign in. Home. Video. U.S. World. Politics. Entertainment. Tech. Health. Lifestyle. Money. Shows GMAs. World News. Nightline. 20/20. This week. More investigative. Money. Good news. Photos. ABC News vertical line Univision. Live. Weather preferences. Cancel. Set. Home. Video. U.S. World. Politics. Entertainment. Tech. Health. Lifestyle. Money. More investigative. Good news. Photos. ABC News vertical line Univision. Live. Home greater than U.S. Analysis. U.S. reliability questioned overseas. October 5, 2013 AP. By Stephen R. Hurst Associated Press. An unmistakable sense of unease has been growing in capitals around the world as the U.S. government from afar looks increasingly befuddled by Euro's shirking from a military confrontation in Syria, stymied at home by a gridlocked Congress and in danger of defaulting on sovereign debt, which could plunge the world's financial system into chaos. While each of the factors may be unrelated to the direct exercise of U.S. foreign policy, taken together they give some allies the sense that Washington is not as firm as it used to be in its resolve and its financial capacity, providing an opening for China or Russia to fill the void, an Asian foreign minister told a group of journalists in New York this week. Concerns will only deepen now that President Barack Obama canceled travel this weekend to the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum in Bali and the East Asia Summit in Brunei. He pulled out of the gatherings to stay home to deal with the government shutdown and looming fears that Congress will block an increase in U.S. borrowing power, the move that could lead to a U.S. default. The U.S. is still a pillar of defense for places in Asia like Taiwan and South Korea, providing a vital security umbrella against China. It also still has strong allies in the Middle East, including Israel and the Gulf Arab states arrayed against Al-Qaeda and Iran. But in interviews with academics, government leaders and diplomats, faith that the U.S. will always be there is fraying more than a little. The paralysis of the American government, where a rump in Congress is holding the whole place to ransom, doesn't really jive with the notion of the United States as a global leader, said Michael McKinley, an expert on global relations at the Australian National University. The political turbulence in Washington and potential economic bombshell still to come over the U.S. government shutdown and a possible debt default this month have sent shivers through Europe. The head of the European Central Bank, Mario Draghi, worried about the continent's rebound from the 2008 economic downturn. "We view this recovery as weak, as fragile, as uneven," Draghi said at a news conference. Germany's influential newspaper Süddeutsche Zeitung bemoaned the U.S. political chaos. At the moment, Washington is fighting over the budget and nobody knows if the country will still be solvent in 3 weeks. What is clear, though, is that America is already politically bankrupt, it said. Obama finds himself at the nexus of a government in chaos at home and a wave of foreign policy challenges. He has been battered by the upheaval in the Middle East from the Arab Spring revolts after managing to extricate the U.S. from its long, brutal and largely failed attempt to establish democracy in Iraq. He is also drawing down U.S. forces from a more than decade-long war in Afghanistan with no real victory in sight. He leads a country whose people have no interest in taking any more military action abroad. As Europe worries about economics, Asian allies watch in some confusion about what the U.S. is up to with its promise to rebalance military forces and diplomacy in the face of an increasingly robust China. Global concerns about U.S. policy came to a head with Obama's handling of the civil war in Syria and the alleged use of chemical weapons by the regime of President Bashar Assad. But, in fact, the worries go far deeper. Page 1. Vertical line 2. Vertical line 3. Viewed single page. Join the discussion. You are using an outdated version of Internet Explorer. Please click here to upgrade your browser in order to comment. Please enable JavaScript to view the comments powered